Hello and welcome to my mat. I'm going to show you one pose that I do every single day, and this one is perfect for laying down and doing it while you're watching TV. All right, let's get started. This is the one yoga pose that I do every single day without fail. It's an amazing hip stretch, and it's one that I like to take some time to settle into. So have something that you can prop your head up on. I'm going to use a yoga block. You can also use this to prop up your foot. You'll see what I mean. And go grab a strap, a yoga strap, a dog leash, a scarf, anything that you can use to wrap around and extend your reach. So this is a lying down version of the traditional pigeon pose, and I prefer it. It's a lot easier on knees. And again, I do this while I'm watching TV. Give it 5 minutes on each side. It takes a little while to set up, but once you get to that juicy sweet spot, it's amazing, and I just settle into it. So we'll start by coming onto our backs. And you can be on a carpet. I like to put something underneath me. Make sure that you have something to prop your head up with, a pillow or yoga block, and that strap nearby. And come to lying down on your back. Soles of feet to the ground, knees pointing straight up. Just settle in here. And then lift up one knee and cross it over at the ankle, the other thigh. So you don't want your heel on that thigh. You want to go that heel slightly past it. And so your ankle is right there. And then you want this knee to push away from you. Maybe right here, you'll feel a stretch in the hip of that leg that's raised up. If this feels comfortable in a stretch, you can stay right here. Some options are I do this watching TV, which I don't do much, but when I do, I'm going to get comfortable doing it. Prop my head up, and I can stay right here and watch TV. Some other options are to bring this raised shin closer towards you. So you can do that by propping something under that foot. Keep this foot really flexed. I want this upper foot to stay active. The lower foot can just relax. If you'd like to, you can reach through here and hold on with both hands behind that thigh and pull towards you. If you're really flexible, you can even reach around to grab that shin. Or here's where the strap comes in really handy. You can reach a strap through, loop it around your shin, and then use that to pull towards you. And then that way it's extending your reach. And I like to just get settled in here and just really hold that stretch. The closer you bring this leg towards your chest, the more you're going to feel the stretch in the outside hip of this leg that's raised up. Be sure to keep that foot active. So I like to do this in yin yoga, and I will hold this pose for maybe 5 minutes on each side. And once you settle in and find just the right spot, it feels great. The trick here is keep this foot flexed, keep this knee pushed away from you. So you can even very gently, if you'd like to, use a hand and press that away. And one more thing to try here is to bring this raised foot slightly down towards the ground. It might totally change the stretch in your hip. It's pretty subtle. Right here, both of my hip bones are to the mat, but just bringing that raised foot slightly towards the ground. I've moved maybe 6 or 8 inches. It really changes the stretch in that hip. And this hip is going to come up off the ground slightly. So find your sweet spot and just really settle into this. Try it sometime while you're watching TV or just settling in for a couple of moments. You can even do this in bed. So that strap really helps if it's hard for you to reach. Otherwise, I like to just hold behind my thigh. And then when you come out of this, come out really slowly. So hold it for as long as you would like to, and then we'll switch to the other side. So we'll come back to center, release that leg. Maybe take both feet down to the mat and sway side to side. Notice, before you switch to the other side, what that feels like. Notice your hips. Does one feel very different than the other? Then we'll come to the other side. So we'll raise up the opposite leg and cross that ankle right over the thigh. So make sure that the heel is not on the thigh. The heel is going past your thigh. It's the ankle. This knee wants to go away from you at the same time that you want to bring this lowered leg towards you. If you feel a stretch, you can just stay right here. Stretches right in here. You might feel it in different places. You might feel it more in your glutes, anywhere in your hip and thigh area. So if you'd like to try bringing that leg towards you, reach your hands through and hold underneath that thigh. Hold onto that shin, or wrap a strap around and hold the strap. This top foot is flexed. It's very active. The bottom foot can just stay loose. And then make sure that this knee doesn't come in towards you. So you want that knee pressed away as you're bringing your whole shin towards your chest. Find that sweet spot, wherever it is. And then if you'd like to try it on this side as well, you can take this raised foot towards the floor and let this hip pop up off the ground just a little bit, and it might really change that stretch. Doesn't take very far. I only have to come over about 6 inches before I feel that stretch changing. And again, you could do this if it's comfortable for your neck. You could do this watching TV, do it in bed in the morning or in the evening when you're going to sleep. Find that sweet spot and remember to keep this foot flexed and keep this knee pressed away from you. And hold that for as long as you would like to. In yin yoga, I'll hold this pose for about 5 minutes on each side. So for the purposes of this video, we'll keep it short, but know that you can hold this as long as you'd like to, and that's where that strap comes in really handy. It helps you release your arms down to the ground and not feel a strain pulling with your arms. So come back to center. We'll take both feet down to the mat, sway those hips out side to side. Give that a try sometime when you have a few minutes to just settle in. I like to call it reclined pigeon or reverse pigeon. So it's my favorite hip stretch of all time. So give it a try and let me know in the comments below what you think. And just note that you can get into that pose and find your comfortable sweet spot, and you can just hold it for a long time. Thanks for joining me. Namaste.